Hi there, my name is Noel, and I teach meditation as a practice which has practical benefits and rich fruits for individuals and society. In this video, you will learn how to meditate. So, here goes. In our last video, we explored how meditation can be a portal to silence. But we learned as well that it is very difficult to be still in our minds. Thoughts keep arising spontaneously. Now, this is simply the way our minds have developed. Our attention gets hijacked by the default mode network of the brain. And it can take some time before our will realizes that our attention has been hijacked. But at some stage, we do come to an awareness that we have begun thinking again, and that our attention has been captured, and we revisit our decision, confirming that yes, we do want to remain faithful to our original intention to be still and silent, and we recommit to our intention to let go of thought. But where do these thoughts come from? They arise from our preoccupations, our desires, our needs, our attachments, our worries, our emotions, our fears, and our hopes. But whatever drives them, we can be certain that thoughts will arise. And it seems, as we meditate, it seems impossible to avoid them, to not engage them. We get drawn in down blind alleys and cul-de-sacs as one thought leads to another, which leads to another, and so on. But that is a valuable lesson, because meditation teaches us that inner narrative goes on and on in our minds, incessantly, all of the time. And as we build up our practice of meditation, we begin to notice how that inner narrative actually colors our experience of everything. We discover that we see reality not as it is, but as we are. We come to realize very clearly how the brain filters everything through the lens of our preoccupations, our desires, our fears, our needs. That simple awareness is an early and important benefit of meditation. Meditation gives you the capacity to be a witness to your own inner experience without having to do battle with it or defend it. You see, by becoming conscious of patterns of reactivity, you slowly find yourself changing. You grow into your capacity to choose how you respond rather than react from your conditioning. So, how do we deal with our inevitable chaotic thoughts? It's important to not just ignore them, but instead to acknowledge them and let them go. The more we try to suppress our thoughts, the more persistent they will become. If we go down the road of self-confrontation and inner frustration, instead of unifying our mind, we end up dividing ourselves, one part of our mind fighting another. The truth is that the more accepting we are, the quieter they get. But please understand, when I say accepting them, I don't mean that we give in to them or allow ourselves to get hooked by them. As we grow in practicing meditation, we come to realize that we actually have a choice. We can either engage with our thoughts, or we can move our attention to something else. And if we find we have engaged with our thoughts, as soon as we realize that, we can refocus our attention back to that something else. Our first experience of meditation in the last video was just 30 seconds long, and I offered you no helpful advice. I think that was an important first step. And now I think you will be better able to appreciate what I'm going to tell you about how to meditate. The good news is that all the meditation traditions of the world tell us that we can help to quieten the mind by moving our attention deliberately to something else and keeping it there. And this advice is remarkably similar across all the traditions of meditation. Broadly speaking, there are two main kinds of meditation. The modern secular mindfulness movement is a form of open monitoring meditation. It recommends that you simply observe each thought as it arises and then let each one go, remaining attentive for the next thought or emotion or sensation as it arises, and so on. The other main tradition of meditation is called focused attention meditation, and that is the method we will be using. We give the mind something else to attend to because we cannot think our way beyond thought. Some focused attention traditions, including many Eastern traditions, make the breath the focus of attention. In other traditions, one's attention is drawn to the repetition of a word, which is often referred to as a mantra. And that is the tradition we will follow. That very simple and universal tradition of repeating a word, of saying our mantra. The word mantra itself comes from the Sanskrit language. Man points to the mind, and tra refers to liberate or protect. And repeating the mantra can help us to free the mind of thoughts, distractions, and obstacles. Whatever word we use, we repeat this word continually, faithfully, and lovingly during our meditation practice. The word we recommend is Maranatha. Now, we will talk about its origins in another video. But since this word is not in our own language, it doesn't stimulate our thought or imagination, and that allows our mind to become still. You may, of course, choose your own mantra, but make sure that you stay with the same word and make sure it's not in your own language. There's nothing magical about the word Maranatha. It's not a fairy tale word like abracadabra. It's not an incantation. If you wish, you can use a simple phrase such as let go of thought and simply be. We say our word Ma-ra-na-tha slowly in 4 syllables, as if it were 4 separate words. Ma-ra-na-tha. As we meditate, we give our full attention to the mantra. In other words, don't divide your attention between the mantra and the breath, as that might become another form of distraction, although it is possible to do so. Okay, are you ready to practice a 5-minute meditation? The next video in this series will take you through it step by step. But now I invite you to sit in stillness and silence for the next 5 minutes and to try to set aside that time each day for meditation.